हे स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक टू लक्ष्य एजुकेशन ऑनलाइन। मेरा नाम है Ch14 शर्मा और हमारी मैथ्स की गाड़ी आज आ पहुंची है चैप्टर नंबर 14 स्टैटिस्टिक्स के फोर्थ एपिसोड पे। इन एपिसोड नंबर 1, 2 and 3 we discussed about the methods to find mean, but in those episodes we have skipped one question, that is question number 3, and I promised you that I will teach you how to do that sum after understanding all the three methods. So now it's time to know how to solve question number 3. As this question is different from the all other questions, now what is the difference of this question from the other? In the rest of the questions we are given the data and we have to find the mean. But in this question the mean is given and in the data there is one missing frequency and we have to find the missing frequency using any of the methods to find mean. So let's move on to exercise 14.1, question number 3, and let's see how to solve this question. This is episode number 4, statistics. So here is our question. The question is, the daily pocket allowance of children of a locality is given here. The data is given in the distributed form. We are given the mean pocket allowance. Here the mean pocket allowance is rupees 18. And there is one missing frequency in the given data. We have to find the missing frequency f. Let's see the data. Here the daily pocket allowance is given in classes form and number of children, that is the frequency, is also given. Here the classes are 11 to 13. Its frequency, that is number of children, is 7. For rupees 13 to 15 pocket allowance, number of children frequency is 6. For rupees 15 to 17, frequency 9. For rupees 17 to 19, 13 frequency. 19 to 21 rupees, there is missing frequency, means we are not given the frequency, means the number of children for pocket money rupees 19 to 21. Rupees 21 to 23, 5 children. 23 to 25, 4 children. So this f is the missing frequency. We have to find this missing frequency when the mean of this data is given, which is rupees 18. Now from this data we have to get the missing frequency. As this is a question about mean is given and we have to find missing frequency, therefore first thing we need to do is find the class mark. We know how to find the class mark. Class mark is equal to mid value, that is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. First class is 11 to 13. 11 plus 13, 24 divided by 2 is 12. 12 is the mid value of 11 and 13. Similarly, you can find the other class marks. 13 to 15, the mid value will be 14. 15 to 17, mid value is 16, and so on. So these are the class marks. Now, as mean is given, we can use any of the methods to find missing frequency. We will solve this question by method of assumed mean. First of all, we have to get assumed mean. As we know that assumed mean is selected from the xi values. Now in the previous episodes we have seen that the assumed mean is assumed from these xi and it is assumed at the middle value. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There are 7 values of xi, so we take the middle value in general. So from that method we can take 18 as the assumed mean. But here you have to be very much careful that when you have a missing frequency and you have to assume a mean, then you have to assume the mean a, the value xi which is in front of f, or we can say the xi corresponding to f should be assumed as the assumed mean. So here f is given in the class 19 to 21 and its xi is 20. So here we will assume 20 as a. So in this case a is our assumed mean. Now as we have to solve this question by assumed mean method, therefore we have to find di. Di equals to xi minus a. Here we will start from the value a. We know that the value in front of a, di will be 0, because at this case xi equals to 20 and a equals to 20, so 20 minus 20 equals to 0. Now go to the upper value. Here it is xi is 18 and a is 20. So xi minus a equals to 18 minus 20 will be minus 2. Then at its upper level, xi is 16, a is 20, 16 minus 20 is minus 4, so di equals to minus 4. Then its upper value, xi equals to 14, a equals to 20, 14 minus 20 equals to minus 6, therefore di equals to minus 6. Then for xi equals to 12, a equals to 20, 12 minus 20 will be minus 8. Now come to this point, here xi equals to 22 and a equals to 20, 22 minus 20 equals to 2, and at the last xi equals to 24, a equals to 20, so di equals to 4. So these are the values of di from this given data. Now after getting di, we have to get fi di. We know that fi di means the product of fi and di. For the first class, fi equals to 7, di equals to minus 8. So fi multiplied by di equals to 7 multiplied by minus 8. It is minus 56. The next, fi equals to 6, di equals to minus 6. 6 into minus 6 is minus 36. Then 9 multiplied by minus 4, again minus 36. Then 13 multiplied by minus 2, it will be minus 26. Then f multiplied by 0 will be 0. The next is 5 multiplied by 2, it is 10, and next 4 multiplied by 4, it is 16. So these are the values fi di. Now we have to get sigma fi di. We know we will get the sum of negative terms and sum of positive terms. Do the sum, total of all these negative numbers and total of all these positive numbers, do yourself. So here the sum of negative numbers is minus 154 and sum of positive numbers is 10 plus 16 is 26. Now we have to get sigma fi di equals to minus 154 plus 26. Do it fast. Minus 154 plus 26 will be minus 128. So we got sigma fi di equals to minus 128. Now we have to get sigma fi. Sigma fi is the sum of all the frequencies. Here we have to get addition of all these terms excluding f. So we have to add all these numbers. F is not given. So first of all, do the addition of all the remaining numbers. Do it yourself fast. It is 44 plus, we don't know the value of f, so we will write f. So here sigma fi is 44 plus f. Now the mean of this data is given 18. So we will write here mean equals to 18, and as we have to solve this sum by the method of assumed mean, so I have written the formula to find mean. It is x bar equals to a plus sigma fi di upon sigma fi. Here x bar equals to 18. So I'll write here 18 equals to a, assumed mean. Here in this case, assumed mean a equals to 20. So equal to 20 plus sigma fi di, we have got it. It is minus 128 divided by sigma fi, which is 44 plus f. So I'll write here 44 plus f. So what we have done, we have applied all the values which are known, including x bar. Now we can write the next step as 18 equals to 20. This is plus and this is minus. Plus minus minus 128 divided by 44 plus f. Now as we have to get this value of f, we will send this 20 on the other side. As it is positive on the right side, it will go to the left side, will be negative. So 18 minus 20 equals to minus 128 divided by 44 plus f. 18 minus 20 equals to minus 2 equals to minus 128 divided by 44 plus f. Now we want to get the value of f. I'm doing the calculation on the other side. 44 plus f is here in the denominator term. If I send it on the other side, it will go to the numerator term. And this minus 2 will go to the denominator term on the other side. So here further calculation can be 44 plus f equals to minus 128 divided by this minus 2 will come to the denominator. Therefore 44 plus f equals to This negative term will be cancelled. 128 divided by 2. It is 64. Now we want f. So f equals to 64. This 44 will move to the other side, minus 44. So f equals to 64 minus 44 is 20. So this is the missing frequency of the given data. Here missing frequency is number of children. It is frequency which is number of children. So we can say that here f equals to 20 children, or we can say simply f equals to 20. This is the answer, missing frequency. So that was the method how to get the missing frequency when the mean is given. This question was from your exercise, and in this question there was only one missing frequency. But what if the mean is given and there are two missing frequencies and you have to find both of the missing frequencies? This kind of question is not there in your textbook. We will take a couple of sums of that method in which there are two missing frequencies and mean is given. Let's see how to solve these kind of questions. So here is the question and its data. See the question carefully. Mean of the following data is given. It is 22.12 and we have to find the missing frequency. Here we have two missing frequencies, f1 and f2. Whenever we have to find two missing frequencies, the total number of frequency would be given. And here in this question, the total number of observation is given 125. So total frequency is 125. And the mean of the data is given. It is 22.12. We have to find f1 and f2. Let's see the classes. The class is, first class is 0 to 4, frequency is 3. Second is 5 to 9, frequency 8. Then 10 to 14, frequency 12. Then 15 to 19, missing frequency, we call it f1. Then 20 to 24, frequency 35. 25 to 29, frequency 21. 30 to 34, again missing frequency, we call it f2. Then next is 35 to 39, frequency 6. And at last 40 to 44, frequency 2. Now first of all, we will get sigma fi. Sigma fi means sum of all the fi. We will do the sum of all these numbers excluding f1 and f2. So except f1 and f2, do the sum of all the numbers. So you will get the sum of all these numbers 87 plus these are two missing frequencies, f1 plus f2. So here we got sigma fi equals to 87 plus f1 plus f2. This is what you have to do first of all. As we are given that the total frequency is 125. Total frequency means sigma fi. So we can say total frequency sigma fi equals to 125. It means we can say that this value is equal to 125. So 87 plus f1 plus f2 equals to 125. From that we can get f1 plus f2. Therefore f1 plus f2 equals to 125 minus 87. Therefore f1 plus f2 equals to 38. We will use this result later on. Now further, as we are given the mean, so this is the question of mean. So first of all we have to find the class mark. Let us find the class mark. 0 to 4, 0 plus 4 divided by 2, that is 2. So xi equals to 2. Then second, 5 plus 9 equal to 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Similarly, find the rest of the class marks. So the remaining xi values are 12, 17, 22, 27, 32, 37 and 42. These are the xi values. The previous sum was solved by the method of assumed mean. So this sum we will solve by step deviation method. In case of step deviation method, we need a. So now we will again assume a. In the previous question, we had one missing frequency. So we had taken a in front of the single missing frequency, whichever was missing. But when there are two missing frequencies, then what to do to find a? When there are two missing frequencies, the number xi which is in front of f1, that is first missing frequency, we will assume as a. So we will assume a equals to 17. You can also assume the number xi in front of f2. You can also assume 32 as a. One of them you have to assume as a. For the sake of convenience, we will assume the number xi in front of f1. So here in this case a equals to 17. Now further we have to find ui. We know that ui equals to xi minus a upon h. So first of all we have to get h. We know that h is class length. Here in our data, the frequency distribution is not continuous frequency distribution. 0 to 4, then 5 to 9, then 10 to 14. So if we want to get the class length, we know that as we have seen in the previous episode, 4 minus 0 and there is gap of one number. So 4 minus 0 is 4 plus 1, 5. So here class length is 5, h equals to 5. Now we want to get ui. We know that ui in front of a is 0 because xi minus a. Here xi equals to 17, a equals to 17, 17 minus 17 is 0, 0 divided by h is 5, 0 by 5 is 0. The number ui above this 0 will be minus 1. Let's check how. Here xi equals to 12, a equals to 17, 12 minus 17 is minus 5 upon h is 5, minus 5 upon 5 is minus 1. Then above this 7xi and 17a, 7 minus 17 is minus 10, divide by h 5, minus 10 divided by 5 is minus 2, then minus 3. Come to the below 0 level. Xi equals to 22, a equals to 17, 22 minus 17 is 5, 5 divided by h 5, it is 1. Then 27 minus 17, 10 divided by 5, 2. 32 minus 17, 15 divided by 5, 3. Further 4 and 5. So these are ui values for this data. Then further we have to get fi ui, that is the product of fi and ui. For the first term, fi equals to 3, ui equals to minus 3, 3 into minus 3 is minus 9. Next 8 into minus 2, it is minus 16. Next 12 into minus 1, it is minus 12. The next is f1 multiplied by 0, it is 0. Next is 35 into 1 is 35. Then 21 into 2 is 42. Now the next is f2 multiplied by 3 is 3 into f2, that is 3f2. You should be very much careful here. 3 multiplied by f2 is 3f2. Then 6 multiplied by 4, 24, and 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. So these are the values of fi ui. Now we have to get sigma fi ui. We know that sigma is sum of all the fi ui. For that, first of all, we will do the sum of all negative terms and sum of all positive terms. Here the negative terms are minus 9, minus 16 and minus 12. Do the sum. Is minus 37. And the sum of all the positive terms is 111, and this is 3f2. So we can say plus 3f2. Now we want to get sigma fi ui equals to 111 plus 3f2 minus 37. Minus 37 plus 111 plus 3f2. So 111 minus 37, you will get 74. So it is 74 plus 3f2. What is this? This is sigma fi ui. So for this data, sigma fi ui is 74 plus 3f2. You have to do this very much carefully. So here we have got two important things. One is sigma fi ui equals to 74 plus 3f2 and f1 plus f2 equal to 38. This we will use at last. Now to do the further calculation, as the mean of the data is given 22.12 and we have obtained the remaining values. As we have to solve this sum by step deviation method, we know the formula of step deviation method is x bar equals to a plus sigma fi ui upon sigma fi into h. Here the rest of the values we know. So let us apply the values, those we know. X bar equals to, it is given 22.12 equals to, we have a equals to 17. So we can apply a equals to 17 plus sigma fi ui We have obtained the value of sigma FIUI, which is 74 plus 3F2. So here we will write 74 plus 3F2 divided by sigma Fi, that is the sum of all the frequencies, that is total frequency, which is given 125. So 125, this is the total frequency which is given in our question. So that you have to write directly here at the place of sigma Fi, multiply by h. Here h is 5. Here we can send this 17 on the other side. We will get 22.12 minus 17 equals to 74 plus 3F2 divided by 125 multiplied by 5. We can get 22.12 minus 17. It will be 5.12 equal to, on the right side, this is multiplication. Therefore, 5 and 125 can have cancellations. We know that if 125 is divided by 5, we get 25. So we can get 74 plus 3F2 upon 25. So we got 5.12 equals to 74 plus 3F2 upon 25. Now if we move this 25 on the other side, we get 5.12 multiplied by 25 equals to 74 plus 3F2. Do the multiplication, 5.12 multiplied by 25. You will get it 128. So we got 128 equals to 74 plus 3F2. Now we get 128 minus 74 equals to 3F2. 128 minus 74, you will get 54 equals to 3F2. See the calculation carefully. Here we got 3F2 equals to 54. So I write here 3F2 equals to 54. Therefore, F2 equals to, here 3 is in multiplication, it will go to the denominator on the other side. So we get F2 equals to 54 divided by 3. Therefore, the value of F2 will be 18. So we got F2 equals to 18. This way we obtain one of the missing frequencies, F2. Now we will use F1 plus F2 equals to 38 at this stage. As we know, F1 plus F2 equals to 38. In this, we will apply the value of F2, which is 18. So we can write F1 plus 18 equals to 38. Therefore, F1 equals to 38 minus 18. You do 38 minus 18, you will get F1 equals to 20. So the missing frequency F1 equals to 20 and F2 equals to 18. This way we can obtain two missing frequencies. तो मेरे धुरंधरों, टू मिसिंग फ्रीक्वेंसीज वाला सम दिमाग में उतर रहा है कि नहीं? थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है, थोड़ी और प्रैक्टिस करेंगे? चलो एक और सम लेते हैं. Let's see one more sum for two missing frequencies when mean is given. Let's do it. So here is your next question where we have to find two missing frequencies. This is a very important question, so see carefully. Here the data is given for the frequency distribution of 100 observations, and the mean of this data is given, it is 148. We have to find the missing frequency. Let's see the classes. Here the classes are 0 to 49, frequency is 10. The next is 50 to 99, 15 is the frequency. Next 100 to 144, frequency is missing, we call it F1. Then the next is 150 to 199, frequency 20, 200 to 249, frequency 15, 250 to 299, again missing frequency, we call it F2, and at last 300 to 349, frequency is 2. As it is given here, total number of observations is 100, that is n equals to 100, or we can say sigma Fi equals to 100. First of all, we will check what is sigma Fi, means the sum of all these numbers. We have to do the sum except F1 and F2. Do the sum of rest of the numbers. So you will get here sum 62 plus two missing frequencies, that is F1 plus F2. So we got here sigma Fi equals to 62 plus F1 plus F2. But as it is given that the total frequency or the total number of observations is 100. So we can say that n equals to sigma fi equals to 100. So we can say sigma fi, that is 62 plus f1 plus f2 equals to 100. Now we can get f1 plus f2 equals to 100 minus 62. Do it. You will get f1 plus f2 equals to 38. So here f1 plus f2 is 38. We will use this at last. Now further we have to find first of all class mark. We know how to find class mark. Xi, it is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. 0 plus 49 is 49 divided by 2. It is 24.5. This is your Xi. Number 2, 99 plus 50 is 149 divided by 2. It is 74.5. Now find the further Xi values, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So you will get the further Xi values 124.5, 174.5, 224.5, 274.5 and 324.5. Now we have to assume a mean. We know that there are two missing frequencies. You can assume any of the Xi in front of f1 or f2. But for the conveniency, we will assume the assumed mean A as the Xi which is corresponding to f1. So this will be our A. So here A is 124.5. Now next we have to get Ui. We know Ui equals to Xi minus A upon H. Now first of all we have to get H. H is class length. Here the class is 0 to 49 and then 50 to 99. Again this is not continuous. So upper limit minus lower limit plus 1. Upper limit is 49 minus lower limit is 0. 49 minus 0 is 49 plus 1 will be 50. So here class length is 50. H equals to 50. Now for Ui in front of A it will be 0. That we know. How? Because here Xi is 124.5 and A is also 124.5. 124.5 minus 124.5 is 0 divided by H 50. 0 upon 50 is 0. Then above 0 74.5 is Xi and 124.5 is A. 74.5 minus 124.5 it is minus 50. Minus 50 upon 50 is minus 1. Then above that 24.5 minus 124.5 it is minus 100 divided by 50, that will be minus 2. So 0 minus 1 minus 2. Now below that 174.5 minus A 124.5 it is 50 divided by 50 is 1 and so on 2, 3 and 4. So these are the values of Ui. Now next is FIUI. Let us get FIUI, that is the product of Fi and Ui. For the first case Fi is 10, Ui is minus 2. 10 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 20. Then 15 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 15. Then F1 multiplied by 0 is 0. 20 multiplied by 1 is 20. 15 multiplied by 2 is 30. Then F2 multiplied by 3. Again 3F2. 3 multiplied by F2 is 3F2. Then 4 into 2 is 8. So these are the values of FIUI. Now we have to get sigma FIUI. We know we will do first of all sum of all negative terms. So minus 20 minus 15 will be minus 35. And sum of all the positive terms, 20 plus 30, 50 plus 8, 58 plus 3F2. Now we want to get sigma FIUI equals to 3F2 plus 58 minus 35. 3F2 plus 58 minus 35. Do 58 minus 35. So we get it is 3F2 plus 23. So this is sigma FIUI, which we got 3F2 plus 23. Now we will use the step deviation method. The formula is x bar equals to A plus sigma FIUI upon sigma Fi into H. Here A is 124.5. Sigma FIUI we have obtained 3F2 plus 23. sigma fi is given, total number of observations 100, and h we have obtained class length 50. So let us apply all the known values. X bar equals to mean 148 equals to a 124.5 plus sigma fiui is 3f2 plus 23 upon sigma fi, it is 100 multiplied by h, it is 50. Now we can send this 124.5 on the other side, so we will get 148, that is we can say 148.0 minus 124.5 equals to 3f2 plus 23 upon 100 multiplied by 50. Now you have to do the subtraction. Do 148.0 minus 124.5. So what did you get it? Did you get it 23.5? So 148.0 minus 124.5 is 23.5 equals to 3f2 plus 23 upon 100 multiplied by 50. We can cancel here 50 and 100 by 2. So further we can get 23.5 equals to 3f2 plus 23 upon 2. Now if this 2 from the denominator goes to the numerator on the other side, 23.5 multiplied by 2 equals to 3f2 plus 23. 23.5 multiplied by 2. You will get 47 equals to 3f2 plus 23. Now the further calculation I am doing here. See carefully. 47 equals to 3f2 plus 23. Send this 23 on the other side. You will get 47 minus 23 equals to 3f2. It is 24 equals to 3f2. Therefore, f2 equals to, this 3 is in multiplication, on the other side it will divide 24 by 3. So f2 equals to 24 divided by 3 is 8. So we got f2 equals to 8. Now we want f1. We will use f1 plus f2 equals to 38, and let us write f1 plus f2 equals to 38. Now apply the value of f2. So f1 plus, here f2 we have got 8 equals to 38. Therefore f1 equals to 38 minus 8. Therefore f1 equals to 30. So the missing frequency f1 is 30 and f2 is 8. These are the missing frequencies which we have obtained using step deviation method when the mean is given. So my dear students, this was the explanation how to get missing frequencies when mean is given. So that's all about mean. Now the next episode will be about mode when the data is given in distributed form. Before I end, I would say like the videos, share with your friends and subscribe the channel if you have not yet subscribed. At last, I would say keep studying online with Lakshya Education Online.